Good morning. My name is Lisa Salem, and I'm with the Ashby Free Public Library Fund. I'm a director.
Hi, I'm Pat Reed, and I'm also with the Ashby Free Public Library Fund, and I'm the chair. And we're both here today to talk about an upcoming fundraising event. We are trying to raise the funds to maintain a historic building, which the library is, and to sustain the library as a community gathering place.
Mm-hmm.
So as board members, we want to talk about an event that's going to be held in September on the 13th. This is Sunday afternoon from 2 to 5 at the library. And we're quite excited about Tom Tomazik. He's an antiques dealer and a professional appraiser. He's appeared on the Antiques Roadshow, and he's going to come in and he's going to share his expertise and assess the value of your collectibles or family heirlooms. Mm-hmm. And I just want to mention before we get going with the event that I work with a lot of individuals who are writing their life stories, and I really have seen the importance of people holding on to items as objects to preserve their story and their family history. And I've also been a collector myself, and I know a number of people in town have extensive collectibles, and this is just going to be a fun opportunity to come in and hear more from a professional about what the object is worth. But it is intended to be a fun event, and we will see what our stuff is worth. Just to start off, we thought we'd play a bit of a game. We've bought some items. Lisa's going to start off, and we're kind of curious about these items, and we're going to share a little bit about what we know and kind of guess about what they might be worth. So, Lisa?
Okay, and remember, I'm not an appraiser, so we are just kind of guessing a little bit, but Pat, do you have any idea what this object is? This is mine, and I found it at a free shop in Chatham, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I see is what was a glass bottle, because it has a spot for a screw top on it.
Correct.
And I believe that beyond that, I really would have no idea. It is a lovely glass bottle.
Now, what did you suggest that you thought it was?
Well, I did suggest that perhaps over the course of time I might have seen a Kahlua bottle similar to that design.
You are close.
I'm close.
And I'm going to put this down for a second. So it actually is a Prosecco decanter. Oh. It is from Chile, Eastern Island, and it did have a black top on it. So from what I can understand, right here had a big red sticker with a yellow spot right there on the front, like a round yellow one. And it is roughly in the shape that it is in with no top. It would go for about $10–15. Now, if it had the black top, it would go for about $35. Mm-hmm. If it was full with alcohol, we'd be talking about $50.
Okay.
So, but I just loved it. I thought it was unique when I saw it, and it sits on my shelf in my living room, and to me, it's a treasure. Mm-hmm. You know?
Great.
So, we're going to move on, and I mean, it says what they are, but
Laconia car kit. HD gauge, HO gauge, HO gauge. And are these train car kits?
They are.
Train car?
They are. I actually found them over the weekend. They were outside. I think her name is Susan Thatcher's house on Main Street.
Okay.
She puts a lot of stuff outside. I believe she does estate sale cleanouts, and they're full kits. Mm-hmm. And I took the whole box of them.
How many do you have there? 4 or 5?
I have 5 here,
Uh-huh.
but she had a whole box outside of about 40 in them.
Wow.
And they do run, they go for about $20 per box. And they, sorry. They're from the 1950s, I believe.
The
And they're-
contents look like they've been around for a bit.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they're in beautiful shape.
Wow.
And somebody will love them.
Yeah, they even give very interesting instructions on how to, but I don't see any date on them, so that's interesting to know they're from the 50s. But this is a complete kit. Everything is pristine.
Mm-hmm.
All the little markings are wrapped in some kind of plastic, so it's a complete kit.
It is, and
Wow.
they're all complete kits. And there's just so many of them that I want to find the right owner for them.
Very cool.
They are very cool. And again, how about this item?
This is a wooden item that looks, well, it opens and closes. It looks like it's hand carved.
You are correct, it is hand carved.
And the markings, I can't really relate them to a particular place, but it's beautifully done. So the only thing I've known even similar is something that's some kind of a nutcracker. Is it to open something?
You are correct.
Oh, okay. All right.
So last night I was going into the library to do some work that I had to do there. And I found that on the free shelf. And I was like, that's too beautiful. So I looked it up, and from what I can gather, it is a vintage handcrafted wooden action nutcracker. And it is notch carving.
Notch carving, okay.
It says chip carving or notch carving, folk art patterns, commonly originated from the mid-20th century, Scandinavian or Eastern European. It is solid hardwood with geometric and rosette motifs, which you can see the patterns right
the
there.
pattern is just
It's
absolutely
just
beautiful.
Yes. It has the leather mechanisms with the carved details with the hinges.
Yeah.
And the estimated marketplace value goes between $20 and $60 on the secondary marketplace, which would be like eBay or Etsy. But I just love it.
Yes, it is certainly.
To me, all that stuff is just a treasure.
Right. Very
It just
beautiful.
means something.
Right. It was well used, but still just beautiful with its age.
Absolutely.
So great.
I had to have it. I was like, oh, that's mine. So again, this is.
Well, I know what this is.
What is that?
That would be a Hummel.
Yes.
The Goebel Hummel. Just to describe it to people, of course, Hummels were often children, and this is a little girl holding flowers and her basket. And she just has one of those angelic Hummel faces. Just really cute. And beyond the fact that I know it's a Hummel, and I've seen other Hummels, I know it's a collectible. I know some people have quite extensive collections.
So years ago, Hummels were very expensive. And like you said, people have a lot of them. But now the value has gone really down. Just like my mother is an avid doll collector, and dolls were, their values were extremely high in the 1980s. And now dolls that she had that were valued at, let's say one doll is valued at almost $1,000. That doll now is valued at $100. because nobody wants dolls anymore.
Right.
But not to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
my mother valued those so much and still does because she's still alive. But, so I still love them.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're worth it if you love them.
Yeah,
Everything has a value.
it does. You know, as I listened to you talk about that, Lisa, my mother was an avid stamp collector.
Mm-hmm.
And building off a long tradition of other stamp collectors. Now, the value of the stamps today is, unless they're very old, really has limited value. But the thing about collectibles, I mean, if you really do enjoy this particular would speak to people, parents, just, they enjoy this kind of just vibe. They're fun to have around. So I keep a lot of my mother's stamp collection and kind of divide it up by theme and bring it out and if somebody's interested in a particular topic like space exploration or whatever, it's really a fun thing to go through. So, and as you say, the value goes up and down, but
Right.
it's they're still objects to admire and really cherish, but this is truly very cute.
It's absolutely, it's also part of history
Right.
that you don't want to let go.
For sure. Great. Okay. Well, I guess one thing.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to bring out this. I did very well at the Thatcher House, by the way, because this is where I picked this up on Main Street, right here in town.
Wow. It is a metal high chair. I'm believing it's the toy version. It doesn't, no real strong picture on the front, but I do remember putting my dolls in something very similar to
Yes,
this.
and it did have a picture on the front.
It did at one point, yeah.
Yes.
It's a little faded right now. I also appreciate the fact it was metal.
Yes.
I'm from a generation that had all those metal sand buckets for the beach and everything else. So, and except for the fact it's showing some wear and tear. It's in really good structural shape.
Isn't it?
It is.
Well, that was an Amsco. That was the brand name.
Okay.
And it was this color blue, and it had a little yellow tray on it.
Oh, okay.
A bright yellow tray.
Okay.
And again, it was from the 1950s.
Mm-hmm.
That was the year it was made. And it is in really good condition. So, but when you find something like this, you really don't want to try to get rid of the patina on it.
Right. Yeah.
This is where the value is. So,
Mm-hmm.
again, talking about my mother being an avid doll collector, I picked this up because I want to give this to her for Christmas. She'll love it. So, to my husband, this has no value. This is junk. To me, if I was going to buy it and put it on Marketplace, I would put this up for probably $50 because that's what it would go for.
Mm-hmm.
To my mother, as a collector of dolls, she would probably pay $100 to $150 for this.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They have real value.
because it has value
Yeah.
to a collector. So again, it all depends on the market,
Mm-hmm.
what it is worth,
Mm-hmm.
and to the people.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right. That's a great piece.
isn't it a great piece? I love it. So,
Which I think I'm going to bring out some of my 50s toys. And
toys have a and I was talking with Tom, and he said toys have a lot of value right now, the older toys.
okay, good to know.
And he is very good at appraising them. So he said, bring your toys.
Okay.
Bring your toys.
That's great.
Not Pokemon.
Not Pokemon.
Not
okay.
Pokemon. He's
All right.
that's not his thing.
Okay.
They fluctuate too much right now.
I see. Okay.
There are specialists that can do the Pokemon. What do we want to look at next? Well, you pick.
Okay, I'm going over. Okay.
Oh,
These are Prince Albert tobacco cans. And
we always joke, do you have Prince Albert in the can? You better let him out.
and I'm really interested in these because I can remember in my earlier days, particularly when I was a brownie in Girl Scouts, we used a lot of paraphernalia from the tobacco industry, because if it weren't for cigar boxes, we wouldn't have any place to put our crayons and everything else. I mean, this was how prevalent tobacco-related items are. And these are in really good shape. It's got the information about the R.J. Reynolds tobacco company on the back, and the fact that it doesn't bite the tongue. So, yeah. So for a long burning pipe, and two of them. Well, they're in good shape.
They are. How much do you think they're valued at?
I'm gonna just take a guess. Maybe $10 a piece.
I think that's fair. People are selling them on eBay and Marketplace for about $17.
Oh, okay.
I will tell you, I was in Washington State, and in a thrift store, and they sell them out there for $30.
Oh, goodness.
Because they're very rare out in that area. So, but we find them around here a lot easier.
Well, I'm wondering too, with an item like this, now this is labeled Prince Albert with a lovely picture of Prince Albert on it. So not only to people who collect paraphernalia related to tobacco, but there are a fair number of us that have quite extensive anything to do with the royal family collection. So I can see it having some appeal.
Metal cans.
And metal cans, okay.
Metal tins.
Okay.
That's a big collector's item as well.
Oh, good. Okay. Good to know. Okay. Well, that was... Shall we go to the next metal item?
Sure.
This is in the shape of an Egyptian sarcophagus. Is that how we say this? I think so.
Yeah.
I think I saw it in the King Tut exhibit, and it's a can. Does it open? It opens with beautiful lithographs on the inside.
Yes.
Oh, that's special. It does have a little bit of information that it's from the 80s and made in England. But again, because it's a container, a metal container, I know there are collectors of
How
these.
much do you think that's worth?
Well, I know people who are very into Egypt-related items, and this would be a huge draw. I'm going to say something like $25.
You are right. You are exactly right.
Oh my goodness.
Pat,
Okay.
that is awesome.
Oh gosh.
So that is from my collection.
Oh. Okay.
I found that in a thrift store in New Hampshire. I can't remember which one, but I paid $1 for it. And I just loved it. I love the inside, and it is a British Museum mummy hunky-dory pencil tin case from England, like you said, and it is valued at $25.
That's great.
From what I understand, and I paid $1, and I just loved it.
It got some nice information on the back, and it really is a very nice piece.
Thank you.
Okay.
And let's see, we have.
Okay, I'm going to hold this with two hands.
Thank you.
Okay. Now this is a beautiful blue. I hope this picks up and it's the crackle glass on a metal base with a metal top. And the base is such an interesting purpley, aqua, green. And it's got a top that looks like something sits on it. Maybe a large candle?
Yeah,
Okay.
you are correct.
So it's a candle holder. It looks like it was made someplace other than, someplace where there are artisans who do this kind of work. And it's got the most intriguing little jeweled hanging disc off the top. So I think it is a candle holder. I would put a candle. I'm going to hold it with. Gosh, I would have no idea what something like this, but it would look lovely.
It's actually an urn.
It's an urn? Does
Bet-
the top come up off?
Mm-hmm. And
does.
it has I don't know how it opens, but
we
you
won't
put
open it.
a candle on top.
Okay,
This is Steve's piece.
okay.
And he got it at the transfer station
Oh, in Ashby.
in Ashby.
Oh,
This
what a
weekend.
treasure.
Right?
Oh,
it's
my.
gorgeous.
It is beautiful.
And it's Moroccan style.
It is? Wow.
Yeah, and from what I can tell, so you can also, there's little hooks here so you can hang it
Mm-hmm.
if you'd like.
Okay, yeah. It's a
And
very pretty piece.
yeah, we think it's worth about, we were looking at we're guessing around 25, but we don't know. We don't actually know, so he's going to bring it to be appraised.
Excellent. So we'll hear from Tom.
Yes.
Know more of what it is.
Yep.
Excellent.
We want to find out
Yes. Oh, that's great.
because
That's
it's
great.
a beautiful piece.
I want to put it next.
Thank you. And they also found some old Tonka trucks at the transfer station. So
Oh,
they're
great.
thinking of bringing, him and Linda are thinking of bringing them
Oh, great.
to have them looked at.
Excellent. Good.
But then this is a piece that I wanted to show that I understand it's a treasure to me. An 8-year-old girl in Fitchburg made this and put it on Marketplace to sell to raise money for her school clothes. And I purchased it on Marketplace and she delivered it to the library for me, her and her mom. And, I know it doesn't have monetary value, but to me it has a lot of personal value. So I just want to say not everything has to have monetary value. I did foster care for over 30 years for mostly neurodivergent kids, and I like to think that, we can treasure other things that just because you love them, it's important. So I wanted to show this to say, treasure what you want to treasure in your heart. Don't dismay something because you don't think it's worth it. I guess that's important to me. I have another one. I just have to show it. My daughter Eva Rose made this when she was little, and it's important. Things like this are special. Keep them forever, or do what you want, and don't let anyone tell you that things aren't worth anything.
Right.
Just value. And I have to have one more item.
Okay. And it's a book. It's the sketchbook. I gotta go back to the cover. By Washington Irving. It was published. I don't know if this is the first English edition or not. It first was in 1820. It is a well-loved book, but in good shape. Could be a first edition. Not sure, because I know there are special considerations. I've always been a Washington Irving fan, and it looks like it's a compilation of stories, which I like a lot. So there's Rip Van Winkle, just like that concept, some Christmas stories, rural funerals, interesting. Oh, this sounds like fun. Now I'm really attracted to old books.
Me too.
They have a special place. And as I said, even though somebody loved it, you know, and put their name on it, and the cover is in great shape, and I love the title, The Sketchbook.
I do too.
It really, it makes me want to just hold on to it.
Yeah, it spoke to me.
It really is a cool thing. You know, it's an interesting thing. I respond to books like you respond to art. I mean, they really, and particularly books that have been in my family for a while. I have a book by Robert Louis Stevenson that was given to my grandfather when he was a small child, and it's not even in particularly good shape, but the fact that he had it as a child makes it special to me. So
right, as you're reading the pages, you can just picture your whole family like holding them and embracing them, and it's just history.
It is special. It is special. So in terms of value, I will be really interested in what Tom has to say, because I don't even know how to, I couldn't even speculate on that. And I know it runs the gamut too in terms of if it is an early edition and that kind of thing. So, but I will say, particularly because this fundraising event is for the library, and it really speaks to me because there's still a very active, vibrant reading community in Ashby, and they enjoy holding a good book. And there are some older books in the collection too. But we'll see what Tom has to say. Do you have any idea what this might?
I do not.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to guess.
No.
You know, that's the thing is you can research it online, but it only gives you a little idea.
Right.
You know.
Right. Well, this will be fun. I'll definitely look forward to hearing more from Tom.
Me too. Thank you for playing the game with me.
Now, I'm going to add just one item. Lisa's done a spectacular job with this, and you're going to be able to see the picture on the screen. But I'm going to talk about it because it's a local Ashby item. And this is a painting. It was done by Ruth Henshaw Bascom. It's going to be on loan to me by a friend who has it hanging in their home and would like to have it appraised. So it's going to be at the event. And Ruth was a very interesting woman. She was a folk artist born in 1772. She spent a significant amount of time in Ashby. She was married to the local preacher. She painted 1,400 portraits over the course of time in the area and beyond. And these portraits, there are a couple in the Historical Society collection. The Smithsonian has a couple. And just yesterday I was at the Worcester Art Museum, and they have in their current collection that they have on display in the American Art, one of her paintings, which is pretty cool because that's a highly curated collection. So the fact that she made it to that wall was special. So the picture itself also has relevance because as a family member, the family has been in town for a number of generations, and I'm sure when Tom talks about it, he'll have all the background story about the family, but I'm very excited to see what he has to say about Mary Jane. So.
Oh, that's so interesting. I can't wait.
Yeah, so that'll be there. So we want to get into the specifics. We want to know how you can participate. We would love to have you all attend, and it's the first time that the library has had this kind of fundraising event, and we just want to know anybody who's interested, how would they get involved?
Okay, absolutely. So you can go on Eventbrite and purchase the ticket there. Or you can come down to the library and see Rose in the children's room, and she can help you get the ticket. So Eventbrite they do charge a $3.17 fee, and the tickets are $20 per person per item.
And that entitles 2 items that Tom will take a look at.
One item.
One item. Okay.
Per item, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you come to the event and
Yes.
you don't have an item, or you're just interested in being a spectator, you will be welcome to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, we'd love to have you come watch and ask questions.
Mhm.
He likes, that.
So for people who are maybe Antiques Roadshow fans,
Yes.
it's the opportunity to be a spectator and just see what people are bringing in and hear more from an expert is a lot of fun. So
Yes, absolutely. So, you could come in and sit and watch, and he does question time as well, I believe he said.
And we're going to make this as social an opportunity as possible. We're going to have some refreshments. We would appreciate cash donations just to help support the library, so that will be part of the event. And but people will have to pre-register their items. Tom will have will use that information that's provided, so he can do research ahead of time and not just be on the spur of the moment. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because there's increments of spots, so sorry, there'll be 3 time slots, and you pick your preferred time.
Okay.
Like 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and then when you register, it has you send a picture of your item as well as dimensions if it's a bigger item. You only do handheld carry in, but if you have an item that's too big, let's say I have a friend who wants to have her grandmother's Native American wall rug that's hung. Tom has said absolutely take a picture and the dimensions, and he can appraise it from that.
Okay. From a picture.
From a picture.
Okay.
Right. So, but if you send that in with when you register, that would be helpful as well.
Okay. And then we'll be set up so the people in the audience can see what he's talking about.
Absolutely. It's going to kind of be set up, let's say like this. We'll have a table up front. He'll be here behind the table. Your item goes up, and there'll be chairs like you and I have here, for 2 chairs, and then there'll be all chairs as the audience are looking ahead.
Okay.
Now, in that process, there'll be questions like, do you want him to? He'll say, do you want me to tell the whole audience what the value is? Do you want me to tell you where you can sell it? Stuff like that. The other question is do you want me to send you a written appraisal for your insurance company? Because normally that doesn't go with it.
Right.
For $20, it's just a fun event, a fundraiser, just a fun social time to do it. But Tom has offered to give us, everybody, a written appraiser for your insurance company. You normally don't get that for $20 per item. That's a very nice bonus that he's provided, and I appreciate that.
And that's something that somebody can use for insurance purposes.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And he will not be doing that at the day. That was something that you'll provide us your email, And after the event, he will be emailing them to you. So, you know, they'll be coming as soon as he can get that out to you.
Okay. So we've already said there are a few things that can't be part of the event, and the Pokemon was one. No large pieces to be carried in to the to the library. But there's something about firearms too.
Yes, no firearms.
Post 1900.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
post 1900.
Before that is fine.
Okay.
And no like Beanie Babies. But if you have any
Okay.
questions,
Yeah.
ask, and we can always check.
Mhm.
Because we want to make sure that you're getting your right value and.
Right. So I bring in my items. I've scheduled my time, or times, because I might have multiple
Right.
items, and I could expect that he's going to give, obviously we hope that a lot of people participate and
Yep.
good number of items, but people are going to get at least 4 or 5 minutes of his
Absolutely.
feedback.
And what we'd love to hear is if you have a story, like I just said, I found this one in the Cape. Maybe great grandma handed me this, I want to hear it, but try to not make this, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, let's try not to make this a huge story. Kind of condense your story so that you can hear the most that you can from Tom.
Right.
Because really he has to keep it down to like 4 or 5 minutes so that he can get to everyone. And he may go longer than 5. He has said that he would do that, but we all have to go home too.
Right.
Right. So,
Right.
but the other thing is if you want to bring 4 or 5 items, let's say I decide I want to bring 5 items, and we would only do 2 items in one time slot. So I would do 2 items in the 2 o'clock spot and 2 items in the 4 o'clock spot. Why? Because we kind of want to not tie up so that he's doing one person for like 20 minutes. And it just, we hear different people for a while. So, and that gives us some breaks. So, other thing would be our children come in. Are they welcome? The answer is yes. A lot of children are very interested in this and are welcome. With that being said, you are responsible for your children. You are responsible to make sure that if you do bring children, please understand that they have to sit with you. They cannot be up and running around. People are bringing items that are worth money. When you bring your item is your responsibility. We will have shelves set up that if you do not want to hold your item, that you personally can put it on the shelf. And when it is time for your appraisal, you get up and you personally go take it off the shelf and you bring it to the table to have it appraised. We are not touching your items. We are not responsible for your items at any point. You are. They are your items. You are responsible for your items. Okay? At no point will we be touching them for you. So, if you bring your child, again, you are welcome. We would appreciate it really, though, if it was more older children. If you have an 8-year-old, though, who loves antiques, bring them. That's up to you. But I am going to say, if a child, mine included, because I have a 7-year-old, if my 7-year-old keeps getting up and walk in and has to get a drink and has to get water, and I'm going to ask my husband to come bring my child home. And if that happens, we will have to ask if we can bring that child home, only because, and I'm saying this with love and kindness, we cannot have anything broken on that day. And
yeah, let's just give people a sense of, if you haven't had the opportunity to go to the back of the library, there's a lovely event
Yes.
space that's quite large, and we're very fortunate that, as Lisa says, there can be a place to put your items. There'll be very wide paths for people to get around the items without bumping into anything.
yeah.
So we're fortunate in
We
that way
are.
that we have that space. So that's why we're just being mindful of the fact that we want to
Correct.
take responsibility for having the space set up in a way
Yeah.
that it's conducive to having people move and be comfortable and just enjoy the day. So, yeah, use your own personal discretion.
Absolutely.
One of the things too, Lisa, now you've walked through the process of registration, and I know there's going to be a QR code, and that's going to be more accessible as the weeks come along. We'll have flyers everywhere. The library will be able to assist you, get you in the right direction. So the QR code will lead right to the Eventbrite
Yes.
registration, so that makes it very simple. But if you need any assistance at all, please feel free to drop by and talk to Rose at the library.
Talk to Rose, yeah.
And if she's not available or not there, people will be well versed in how this is going to roll out. So.
Absolutely.
And just for planning purposes, the summer is flying by, and I just want people to, if you have any interest at all, let us know so we can get that ball rolling. And we very much look forward to the 13th of
And
September.
tickets are being sold as we speak, so please do not wait and say, well, I'll book.
Right.
So please get your spot.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
For sure.
And
We're looking forward to it.
And this is something we're planning on doing annually, I think. So
Yeah.
come
So if you
check it out.
Yeah, if you have any questions, just don't hesitate. We'd like to answer those questions and get you involved. So thank you, Lisa.
Can I ask one more question?
Oh, please do.
What if they want to become directors?
Let me just talk briefly about the Ashby Library Fund. The library, because of its municipal association, is not a 501c3, which is a nonprofit organization. So in order to assist with meeting the needs that are associated with, as I said earlier, a historic building, we're very fortunate that we have the library in town, thanks to the donation of Edwin Chapman, and then the people who I guess it's been about 25 plus years that the addition went onto the back of the building, but even 25 years, there's a good deal of wear and tear. So in order to meet those expenses beyond what the town can contribute, there's a need to do fundraising. And so the fund is directly involved in that, and we're really looking for community residents that have a strong feeling about the importance of the library, and the fact that especially over the last few years post-COVID, people have recognized that it's really a community resource, and it's being used for so many different kinds of programming for kids, for adults. The Smithsonian exhibit a year ago was just phenomenal. So it's been such a great opportunity to really use the library in a different way. A lot more people coming through. With that comes a need to make sure we're raising the funds necessary to make sure that sustainability can be key. So we would love to have you get involved for whatever reason, and to do whatever you feel comfortable with in terms of just spreading the word about the library and trying to build a base of supporters who will help make sure that it's there for years to come.
Absolutely.
So thanks. We look forward to seeing many of you.
Thank you. Please come down.